of Kingmaker Legacies. We're here. We are back as promised after a year. Back to schedule until November when I decide. But that's cool. Here for a while. For those of you that missed it, we're back. We covered a lot of ground. We back Dawn's Rise. Nobody died. Will have been grounded, had their toys taken away. But aside from that, it was pretty good. Jason, where are we at? What's going
on? So last time you guys made it to Dawn's Rise.
Yep.
Despite our best efforts.
Yep.
Despite Tahani proving that she can't drive sober or drunk.
Should be allowed to pilot the boat. That's all.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. So you guys made it to Dawn's Rise. Went around, looked a little bit about the city, kind of investigated a little bit here and there. Got most of your information from Captain Galinda Bilford, the captain of the Summer Guard that happened to man the walls of Dawn's Rise. As she kind of keeps tabs as what's going on in the city. Found out that Vander Hex is being a butthole. They are apparently rounding up any and all criminals they could possibly find, from, actual arrestable offenses all the way down to petty crime. They're arresting everybody, throwing them in jail. So you guys decided, you heard that there was a meeting at a place in the sewers called the Conflux. The meeting being between a couple different groups that are all vying for some sort of contract for a smuggling deal with an unknown entity. And so you guys have decided that your best course of action is to find out who is trying to hire smugglers and why, and also to go maybe take a look around the sewers anyway.
Told that the prison is very nearly full.
Yep, that is true.
So trying to put 2 and 2 together and make 4. It turns out to be 4 and not.
We also suspect that Professor Reginald Quest has been replaced with a drow because his house caught on fire.
Yes, we do.
Yep, you guys do know that there were some fires set the last time you were here, and for the most part, they were all in the shades. Except for there was one spot where the fire appeared to move to another quarter of town, hitting specifically Professor Reginald Quest's residence.
Not unlike the circumstance he uncovered chapel.
There were also more officials in that area the day that the fire happened.
Yep, there was more Dawn's Watch around at the time. Almost like they were waiting for something to do.
You guys imagine what's going to happen if the entirety of the Dawn... Like the entirety of it? I mean, wouldn't our little circlet be going?
Yep, so far you guys actually haven't seen it light up at all. Not once.
Other magic has.
Yes. Nope. The other thing you guys did is you went shoe shopping.
We sure did. We broke into Tiggerbocken's house and went shoe shopping. Because we know that we have to go and see, in order to find out where the Conflux is. Every person that knows everything in the sewer is Fink, who is a halfling werewolf as our best estimation. And he basically runs the sewer. So we know that he has a special affinity for a unique dyed leather
tangerine
pump. want to know if give them the shoes. So we have to go and pick up said shoes. Go to the con.
So it is the next day, when the shoes should be ready. We're just gonna jump right into it. You
Yep.
guys can go with the shoes.
Good.
Let's get some shoes.
So you guys go and you pick up the shoes. Pay for them, the agreed upon price,
Yep.
and you're on your way.
Last minute shoe.
If only they knew what we were planning on doing with the
Right?
shoes.
They
Wow.
would
These
not have sold them to us.
the recipient of these shoes is going to love this craftsmanship. Dye work is perfect.
They're
Oh,
so
it's very appreciated.
delectable.
All right, so let's so we're going, I guess. So we were in sort of in the
In
first
the upper first light. Yep.
first light. So we have to try to find our way back to this.
It was in the shades.
Somewhere.
Yep. That one you guys know is in the shades. It's more towards the center of the shades.
Isn't it a
Wait.
well or something?
No, that's the
Uh,
one that's up in the golden.
In the Gildan proper.
Gildan
Oh,
proper.
Okay.
Yep, there's one that's a well up in Gildan proper. There's one that is actually in Old Town, however, it is under constant guard.
And then there's the one in the shades.
Oh, I
And-
You guys know
misread
of one of the shades. And there's probably more, but those are the ones that you guys know of.
And plus, we don't know our way around those areas, so we're running around blind. Whereas the layout to
Yep.
some degree.
Yep. So
Alright.
last time you guys entered the sewer in the shades, you guys know that you guys entered through a basement, basically.
It wasn't it the basement of Smitty's?
It was the basement of Smitty's.
Smitty's isn't there anymore.
No, it burned down.
What about the whole?
I don't know. You'd have to go check.
We're gonna have to go.
it.
Let's go check.
Maybe we should have done this yesterday.
Perhaps. Well, we did find out that it burned down. Yes.
Yep.
I wrote it down wrong in my notes. I said it was a well. Didn't click.
All right. Well, let's go see what's left of Smitty.
All right. So you guys head to the ruins of Smitty's. Takes you about an hour and a half to get there.
Some haste.
Yep. So it is as described. It is ruins. It appears like Smitty's and probably a good 6 buildings around Smitty's are all destroyed. To some degree, Smitty's and the building immediately behind it are completely gone, annihilated. They are piles of wood and rubble.
So we
And
would have to unearth. You'd have to move a substantial amount of rubble and draw an enormous amount of attention to get at anything that might be left.
That's awkward. We're running out of time. Okay. So the other option was fountain in Gildan proper,
A well.
The well in Gildan proper.
or the guarded one.
Yep.
Well, I'm not looking to start any fights with guards.
No. Not presently.
So unless anyone has some really good ideas about how we can get, when you say like caved in and rubble, like I assume we're talking about like how long would it take all of us unearthing this potentially find where the hole was in the.
Would you like to take some time to kind of poke around just a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
I
Get
mean,
an estimate, get a solid
Anything.
estimate of
Like-
what you think it might
like
take.
5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
yeah, exactly. Okay, go ahead and roll a perception check. 'Cause you
All of
kinda-
us.
whoever wants to roll, it's fine. All right. Both Emrys and Rowan searching around and stuff. You guys get towards the back of where the building is for Smitty's, and you guys see that there's like the back door to the building is kind of just laying there, still solid.
So what if we move it?
And you guys are like, everything else is really, really rubble
Yeah.
and smashed, except this one piece. So you guys kind of
Hmm.
shift it out of the way and find the cellar doors that lead into kind of like where the delivery entrance would be, where they would drop the big, large barrels of ale down into there. You guys find that entrance that appears to not have been destroyed.
Oh, good find, Emrys.
You too.
All right. Well, then
Go see the rat.
let's go find out what's going on. Try the doors.
Okay. They're not locked. They are kind of just stuck.
I
Okay.
pull them open.
You
Okay,
do.
make a strength check. You sure do. Just
Door,
is
what
like-
door?
this like solid wood storm door basically opens up, leading down below. Now it's not a staircase because again they would just drop. This is like the delivery drop point.
Oh, poop. Okay.
There is a small series of metal bars going down that acts like a ladder.
Okay.
You can see the bottom. It smells like smoke and soot.
Okay.
All right, you going first or should I?
I'll go first.
So you climb down and you see that you're in like the back part of Smitty's, the like little store area that they
Okay.
had to keep all of the extra ale casks and some food stuff and like that. It's actually not that bad. Like there's obviously a little bit of ash and soot on the ground and some smoke damage, but for the most part it seems to have held up just fine. This area seems to be made entirely of stone, not much wood.
Okay.
Hmm.
Wide stone.
Is there
And you
ale
know that
left?
all you have to do is go kind of there's an entryway that leads back out into what would have been their like ale their area that you guys remember where there's a large open area and then there's a couple smaller side rooms off to the side where you
Right.
guys
Hey,
had your
Rowan,
wonderful card games. So
Okay.
okay. So
I yell up that it's
Runt will fit. It's just gonna take him a minute to squeeze through.
So to be clear, I'm under the impression that we would not have brought Runt.
Okay, that Runt is staying behind?
Yeah.
Okay. That's fine. As long as I know.
Jasper is
Runt.
not with us either.
That's right. You
Jas-
left Jasper upstairs in a room and Runt downstairs on the couch.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Got it. All right, then you can all make it down, no problem. Emerson, as
Alright.
you walk through that doorway out, this is where you start noticing that there is some damage to the sort of large open room.
Okay.
However, the kind of little hatch area that leads down into the sewers, you do know is you can see is still there and open.
Cool.
Before I go down, can I look and see how much attention we may be drawing to ourselves?
Make a perception check. There is most certainly somebody watching you.
Oh my god!
Yay.
Appears to be a child.
It's not a child. It's a
Never
dear
trust the
child.
children.
Hey,
I'm gonna go over to the child.
Okay. So you start making your way towards him, and he flees. He just immediately runs away.
Nice.
cool.
Well, they're not watching anymore.
And they are
Uh,
most certainly telling whoever they need to.
I mean, they were gonna do that anyway. All right, I'm gonna just go down. So we were not as discreet as perhaps we should have been. There was someone watching. They bolted when I went to see if I could find out what was going on. So if we're gonna do something, we should do it quickly.
All right. Well, let's get ourselves down there then. See if we can find who we're looking.
We should also certainly try not to come back this way.
Good
Right.
call.
I'm not sure that was up. Yes. Yeah, I think we're trying to go from here to the Conflux.
Yep. Also, while speaking to Fink.
We should just make sure we have a plan for getting from the Conflux to out.
Because last time we went down the waterfall.
Oh right, yeah. Last time we came down here, we certainly didn't come out of
Yeah.
this place. Sounded very interesting. All right.
Okay, you guys are in the sewer. You guys all climb down through the sewer entrance.
To the rat.
To the rat.
Okay, who's going first?
I guess I'm going first if someone will point me in the right direction.
I
Let's
can go
go.
first.
It's
Okay.
dark down here. Who can see?
Yeah, I can see. I can go first.
I'll pull out my bow.
Yep, sheds light like a torch.
All right, so you're going this way?
Yep.
Okay. So how far do you guys want to let Tawny go ahead of you?
Not very.
Yeah.
Eh,
Yeah. Let's
That's comforting.
let's stay within close phone. Right? Last time we were trudging through.
Mhm.
I will. So Rowan kind of like he says before we go. Rowan kind of like pulls out these little wire spectacles, and he puts it on. But like weird, right? Because they have like these little arms with different colored lenses on, them. Like different levers. All right, now I'm ready. Let's go.
Can you now see in the dark?
For a little while, yeah, but it doesn't last forever. They kind of want to save it. I can also do some other things. Might need them for later.
All right.
Make sure I had them all.
All right. I continue walking.
I think we all follow close.
Okay. Are you guys being stealthy or just wandering through here?
I am being stealthy.
Well, at the same time, I think I'm not so sure that we necessarily need. I think we want to call out for Fink and try to pay attention. We want like Fink doesn't know.
I guess that's true.
If someone doesn't tell me to be quiet, I'm not being quiet.
So I'll call out, hello, Mr. Fink. We're back. Have another gift for you. And I'm gonna assume that at that point, here's everything. That's just what I'm gonna assume. So with that, I guess we can try to move.
Okay. So Tahani, you come around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
The way is blocked.
Well, that's a problem.
It appears to be barricaded. Haphazardly broken pieces of furniture, some wooden boards and planks. Basically, it looks like whatever could be found. It's just some general trash and refuse.
Huh.
But it is barricaded.
Like completely, or could we climb on top of it?
You'd have to start climbing on it to know if you could get over top of it.
If anyone's gonna know, it's you.
Yep, I'm gonna start climbing it.
Okay. Start climbing. So you get about halfway up. You notice that it goes to the ceiling, but there's definitely gaps at the ceiling point.
Okay.
You're about halfway up when you start hearing hissing
Ooh.
coming from the giant pile of wood that you are climbing.
Like,
Like snake or cat?
Definitely not. It's not reptilian. It's definitely a mammal of some kind hissing at you. And then it starts growing as more and more of these little hissing voices are added, until you're pretty sure that this giant barricade is infested with vermin.
Ew. Mm. Mm. So there may be some.
Are you going to stay on it while you slowly
Well, I'm halfway up.
pontificate?
I'm halfway up, so there's space to get through, but there's a lot of vermin, rats that aren't happy.
Can you try to talk to this Mr. Fink from this side of the barricade?
Yeah, we certainly could. Yeah.
Or do we need to try to go on through?
Mr. Fink, it's us. We were hold on one second. We were last sent here by our friend Captain Shaw. We have another question for you, hoping you can help us. And we brought another treat like we did last time.
I might have something that will help.
All right. So the hissing abates a little bit. It's still there, but it's definitely quieted a bit.
Hmm?
Into which you are told from a collective of vermin in this pile,
Like a
all
choir-
speak at
like
the
a
set.
choir of-
like a choir of rats
Fucked
speaking
up.
to you.
Okay.
Be like, the way is barred. You must go around.
Oh, okay.
Where?
Oh, we can go back this way. Another way.
I guess we can go around.
Come on, Tahani, let's go.
All right, I climb down.
Remember, Willick, we need to be polite. There's bash down the door.
Okay.
Aww. Head back around.
Oh, Willow has one too many. All right, so that didn't work out. Where else do we want to go?
Going this way.
Down?
This way.
Oh, down.
Now, we just got to be careful, because if I'm not mistaken, the last time we came through here as well, there was something. Keep your eyes peeled on. I'll note to your eyes peeled out and tried to eat it last time. If I'm...
A lot of things tried to eat us in here.
Yeah, well, let's all be careful. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as Emrys progresses down, because she's ahead of the rest of you, Emrys, make me a perception check.
Sure.
There is a large, hulking form in the kind of sewer water here.
Ew.
However, it is not moving.
Oh,
Hey.
guess that's their way of saying we're invited.
Or is it the dead thing that we killed from last time?
Follow me.
Is it still dead?
Go inside a crib. That's it. Hang up in my crib.
I can go poke it if you need me to. Let's not do that yet.
Now that you guys are close enough, you can definitely tell it's dead.
Oh, all right.
Whatever it is dead.
Well, one less thing to worry about. It's also his friend, Mickey Mouse. I don't know what's happening.
All right.
I guess I'm just gonna jump in.
Oh.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, the China shop.
You start walking down that way. You are met with
Move your foot. Yellow scissors. Yellow
Got it.
scissors.
Don't worry.
Gotcha.
All right, so you guys start walking down the hallway. You guys are met immediately. Larger rats. By larger, I mean larger rats.
Wow.
Ew, look at those
Yep.
rats.
There's two really big ones.
Those are
Two.
huge.
So it's bigger than Emirates?
Yep, they are large size.
Yeah.
Right now.
They have
I
very large. They have bony and kind of horn-like protrusions running down the lengths of their spine.
They're
Ew.
dire rats.
God.
Yep.
I will just. Hello. Well met.
They just stare at you.
Able to pass.
You hear the one on the left, the gray-colored one, speaks to you and goes, "We will let one of you pass to speak. The rest must stay here. There has been many attacks lately."
But we did.
All right. Okay. I guess I'll go.
Yeah, I don't think I'm well versed in diplomacy.
I would volunteer, but I'm not sure I know what I'm getting into.
I can talk to someone if I need to.
I'll look at Emrys. I'll be like, yeah, let's make. And I'll go in. I have the shoes.
Okay. The other rat moves out of the way, and then as you pass, steps back. As you pass by, you notice the two dire rats that you pass. Both have scarred over battle wounds. They look like they're definitely recent and are definitely healed through some sort of magical means, which is what leaves the scarring. You recognize that as a wound that has been recently closed through magical healing.
Yeah. Wow. So like a great battle, or just like a what are we talking? Are they close to death, or?
No, I mean they definitely took some solid hits and stuff. It looks like, but they're not like it's not like they're dying or were dying or they came back from the brink of death.
All right. I will pull out the box.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I'll look across the way. And is that little rooster like thing, is that Fink himself? Do I recognize him?
Yeah, this is okay, so this is Fink. But first, what you notice is the whole platform over there is writhing
With rats.
with rats. This is what happened last time.
Correct.
Yeah. Yep. And then there's this sudden swarm and torrent of them that kind of like swirls together up in the center, and then they tumble down and fall off, leaving Fink standing
God,
there.
he is so creepy. Holy fuck. I can't get over it every time. Okay. All right, so I will so basically like as I'm coming up, I want to make sure that I have my and I'm gonna offer the box. Thank you very much for seeing us again, Mr. Fink. I know you are very busy and very, very powerful. So much, and it's that knowledge again that help on. But I couldn't help but notice that y'all said you'd been under some attacks. I mean, your odds there look like they've seen better days. What happened?
Were you followed?
I think we heard there was a small child that saw us coming down into the sewers, but aside from that, I wouldn't say we was followed.
Did you bring payment?
And I'll just kind of like, and I know that he can smell them when I open the
Yeah.
box. So
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
just kind of like slowly open the box and watch his reaction. And I'll like slowly close the box. I believe they're your favorites.
It has been some time since somebody brought Fink such a delicious treat.
We know how we treat our friends.
Yes, unlike the damnable dark ones.
Which is what brings us here, actually. We know that they're still. We're trying to uproot the source and get. And I think that they've kind of gotten involved with the Dawn's Watch themselves, and we're trying to figure out how. They've been capturing all sorts of the sewers here, and can't be up to any good. We know that there's a conflux that's happening, and we were kind of hoping you might know where it was because we kind of connected.
Conflux is about a few hours travel through the sewers.
Lines up on a timing.
You'll have to travel through occupied territory, as my own has been greatly diminished.
By. Should I ask?
Dark ones, light ones, all manner of creatures run through the sewers now.
See any of the dark ones going up out of the sewer too?
They've been coming from up in the light to attack me. The same entrance that you used.
Really? Well, we are here to put a stop to that. You've done nothing but help us out so kindly, so we'd be much obliged to try to get rid of them. Seems like we might have some common enemies here. We can remove their bothersome presence. We might get some.
This is true.
What?
But Fink wants all the sewers.
And if we could eventually help you get all the sewers, what would that be worth to Fink?
I have a few baubles that I have reclaimed.
We be friends after that happens?
Most certainly.
Always known that people that are in possession of knowledge such as you always valuable. Just as I know that people with common goals that accomplish those goals together are good friends as well. I'll tell you what. You can give us the best way to get to conflict. We'll remove whatever we come across along the way. Little time sensitive as it stands right now, trying to deal with what's ever happening. But once we get that root evil pulled, I don't think we'd have any problem helping you out with whatever else is down here. You've been so kind to us. And yes, you can of course have the shoe.
Give the shoes and I will send you with a guide.
That very gracious. And I will close the box, tie it up, kind of hand it out. That comes to take it. I'll.
Oh,
Rat.
the rat doesn't come to take it. It's the swarm, kind of just swarms off the edge.
And I'll so like I don't want to throw them into the swarm. I guess I'll just kind of like like drop it on top.
Make a reflex save. Manage to pull your hands back just in time
Oh, Jesus.
to not get, a quick bite or two.
Yeah, got nipped by them.
Yep. And you watch as like this box rides this like tide of rats.
Jesus Christ.
Tide of rats.
Yep. Lands in front of him. You see him bend down and pick up the box and open it up and go.
You having a code?
Yes, I will send you with a guide. The guide will take you to the Conflux.
Fantastic. And what would this god look like? I mean, I get that. How do we tell? Oh, hello there.
It like hops up on you. It's big.
Okay.
It is. It looks to be like. It looks. I mean, it's still a large-sized creature, but actually, it's probably more. It's medium-sized.
Sure.
Looks like one of the dire rats, but smaller.
Okay. So comparative to like a German Shepherd.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit bigger.
Oh, okay.
But comes up out of the mass of rats.
Yeah.
Rears up on its hind legs and puts its paws on you, and then like sticks its nose right in your crotch and starts sniffing.
Oh my god.
Like, oh, all right, we getting friendly after all. I'll try to like slowly kind of usher him down gently.
Yes, Sniffer will show you the way.
Oh, he speaks too?
No,
All
that
right.
was Fink.
That was Fink telling me the Sniffer will take. All right, does a Sniffer understand our common tongue?
He will.
Thank you very much. Fink, we always a pleasure doing business with you.
Rid my sewers of anything that is not a rat.
Right. Absolutely. 100% something we are going to do after we resolve whatever's happening with the right? Which that's it.
Mm,
All right.
The meeting.
Yes. Of course. All right. Well, enjoy your meal and Sniffer, lead the way.
Okay. So these two rats will move aside. And Sniffer runs back this way.
All right. I'm going out. I'm like, y'all hear that?
Yep, you guys watch as this like very large dog-sized rat suddenly just bolts past all of you.
Oh, hi!
That's our guide. That's Sniffer. We got to follow him to the Conflux. We got a couple hours ahead of us, so we got to pick it up. Go.
His name's what?
Sniffer.
Hi, Sniffer!
He's just hears you talk. He's like hears you speak its name, and then turns around and then just shoves its nose right into your stomach and starts sniffing.
Can I, like, do a little chin?
You can if you really want to, but this rat's really gross. And now that it's this close, you're starting to realize why it's called Sniffer. Not because it sniffs you, but because it smells
Hells.
god awful. Like, you're in the sewers and you're like, it smells down here, but you can still smell
The rat.
what's coming off of this specific rat.
There's still potential.
So the good news is that we are definitely going to encounter some resistance. Shortage of cow and no shortage of other people all coming down here. They're trying to give Mr. a hard time. He wants some of his territory. So anything that we come across that doesn't happen to a rat, we kind of have carte blanche to. So I'll kind of like look towards Emrys for that. You're like, what? Like, kill whatever you want if it's not a rat.
Okay.
Are we obligated to, or we have permission to?
Well, right now it's a permission, and when we're all done with dealing with this complex thing, then be much obliged if we help him reclaim his territory. Which, you know, because he's always been so helpful to us, I thought he might be able to do. Certainly talk about that once.
Sounds fine to me.
The Sniffer turns around and looks at you guys and goes, "Are you all done prattling on?"
Oh god, it talks.
We do like to talk a lot.
And it turns back around and continues going on.
All right, let's go. Follow that rat.
You guys notice that it has the same exact voice as Fink.
Mm.
You know, this like whole hive mind mentality of the rats down here is so fucking creepy. It's like,
Oh yeah, it's good.
oh.
All right, so Sniffer leads you guys down this way, and then so you guys have been on this kind of like sewer river before, except
Yeah.
you guys know that it flows this way.
Yeah.
Uh,
And that's the direction we went.
yep, Sniffer is leading you this direction.
Dun dun dun.
Ooh.
Okay, so the only thing that I need from you guys for the next good hour and a half worth of travel that you make
Yep.
is I need to know: are you guys trying to be stealthy? Are you are you trying to be stealthy? Or do you have light sources out? And if you're what your marching order is.
Okay.
So you guys
first.
can just line
Me
yourself up
first.
in marching orders. You do so running along this sort of sewer river edge is only a 5 foot, and sometimes
So
it
we have
goes-
to be in a line.
shrinks down. Right. So you guys have to be in a single file line basically while you travel. So I just need you to lay out a marching
So
order for
I'll
me.
take up the rear.
Okay. So
I will go immediately behind whoever is first.
okay, who's going first? Who wants to go right behind Sniffer? 'Cause I'm assuming
Me,
Sniffer's
Taha-
first.
Tahani,
It's
me.
Tahani that
Tahani?
wants to go right by.
Okay, and then
I'll go
Corin, Emrys, Willick, and then there you go. There's your
Okay.
order.
Now, so I have a couple questions to answer your questions with, and then I'll offer suggestions.
Okay.
So how fast does the rat go? Because if the rat is going fast enough that we can keep pace while stealthing, then I think we should stealth.
It moves 30 feet around while making almost no noise.
Right. So we can only move for the most part 15 feet around.
Correct, if you're stealthing. However, it does seem like the rat will after you, because you guys are going to go for a little bit trying to, while you figure this out.
Yeah.
The rat will change its pace to match yours if you're going slower.
Right. So if we have 2 hours, okay. So then the next follow up is what time did we get in there versus what time we knew the.
You guys know that you have about 4 hours until the conflux happens.
Oh, so we could
4.5 hours. You guys have a little bit of like give and take.
Okay,
You guys
so
have a
like
little bit of
so like if we did stealth the whole way there, we wouldn't be late.
Presuming that we don't run into anything.
Well, that's going to take us out for longer than like a combat round is.
Yeah.
Like this is what I'm trying to map out, right? Because if it makes sense that we need to like hustle for a little and then be quiet and then hustle and then be quiet, like that's okay.
Yeah.
If Sniffer can tell when we need to be quiet and when we can hustle, then that's okay. Right? Like there's all these other things that kind of go along with it. If we want to go with no light source, I'm happy to walk stealth with my hand on the wall. Like I can go blind with my hand on the wall. I don't mind that. So like we can go no light.
I don't think I can.
I
see in the
can.
dark.
Not Willick.
I do have a glowing sword.
You're
Or
still
hammer,
muted,
rather.
buddy.
Yeah, no, he's not muted. So yeah, he's
Oh,
fine. 'Cause you-
okay. Yeah, because I
Um,
muted myself. There we go. Now he's unmuted.
yeah. So
I
I
have
guess
a
that's
glowing hammer.
yeah, and I have a glowing bow. If we're gonna do it, we'll glow from the back and up.
Yep.
So I don't know. So I guess we go with light then. The other
I
option.
guess with light stealth, and then figure out when we can go fast and when we don't need to go fast.
Yeah.
Or shouldn't go fast.
I think we have to do one or the other. So I think it's with lights. That's
Yeah.
probably
Okay, if that's the case, then everybody can make me stealth rolls.
Yeah. I can't guarantee that I'm gonna be stealthy.
Oh,
it's
yay,
pretty good.
Yay.
It's pretty good.
Yay.
Still pretty good.
Me and Willick.
That's not terrible. Okay.
Hey, all right.
That's not
You
terrible.
guys are doing relatively okay.
All right. Okay, good. Cool. You want some perception rolls to go along with that next wave, too?
We'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
So, about an hour and a half worth of travel goes on as Sniffer just leads you through the sewers. It's a lot of twists and turns and going this direction and then this direction. And there's a lot of like crossover and stuff. The sewer network is fairly substantial, which is why you guys remember that last time it was described to you as a web.
Whenever we come to an intersection, we go to like make a turn.
Yep.
I'll like make a quick chalk mark on that corner that we...
Okay.
Like just small, I know where it is. It's not going to stand out. So that if, God forbid, we get lost, we can find our way back.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll replace this.
Yeah. Seems like a downgrade.
Okay. So as you guys round this corner, start going on.
Should we get back in our order?
Yeah. I should get
Okay.
back. That's fine. Just like that's fine. It doesn't matter. This area, the last probably 20 minutes or so, you guys notice that you've got moved away from the major flow, and so this is kind of just like a little side area. The water, if you can call it water, is only about 4 to 6 inches deep.
Ew.
So it's actually like you can stand in it without too much of a hassle if you really have to. You don't have to worry about like falling off the edge into it or anything like that. So Sniffer gets to where he's at and stops and just kind of freezes and then just
Oh boy.
and it turns to you guys and goes, blood.
Make perception checks.
Okay. Do not hear anything. 30. Corin, you hear what sounds like slight movement and a very low grunt of somebody in pain.
Here's movement.
The sounds that you're hearing are actually coming from around this
There's a corner there.
direction. There's a corner here. It's coming around. Actually, I can just open that up. There we go.
I will motion for everyone to pause, and I will try to creep up and see.
Okay.
Should I make a perception?
You should make a new. Nah, we'll let you keep your stealth check. I'm not gonna be that mean. Are you gonna try to creep up to the corner? Like, are you gonna cross over and go to the corner and try to peek around?
No, I'm gonna
Or do you
stay on
wanna
the
go
same
this
side.
way?
Same side. And just
Hey,
try to-
Side.
While Tawny's doing that, while I'm back here, is there a way I can like quietly cast a spell? Or are we not far enough away?
You can roll a stealth check if you want to try and quietly cast. I mean, you don't know what it is that's around there. So if you want to try and quietly cast something, you can.
Oh wait.
It's just a stealth
Last
check
time
to
I
do
did
so.
that, I got killed. I will wait.
Let's see.
I learned.
20, 40, 60. Tahani.
Yeah.
This is a person, humanoid, laying on the ground in a pool of blood. Although I should say, like, the liquid that he's laying in is a darker color immediately around it, as opposed to the rest of everything.
He's gonna
The
die.
liquid in this area does not appear to be like moving very quickly, if at all.
Ugh.
Yeah.
How's it smell?
Not the best. Although you do notice that it's not the thickest of sludge either. It's a lot thinner.
Is this guy moving?
Nope. You do not see him moving.
I will go back to the group and relay.
I will.
Well, are we gonna let ourselves be stopped by a body?
Well, it's in the path of the way anyway.
Yeah.
So let's go down, and I'll detect evil. We all move down a little.
Mm-hmm.
So we,
Down a little being where?
How far?
well, like if we all line up back to
Came back.
Tahani, what did she come?
She came back.
Well, if we go as far forward, I can at least detect evil. And die. Not evil.
All right.
Right, so
Unless he dies before you get there.
Well, that's. I'll detect evil.
Okay. Not evil.
Cool. And I will. So I'll say, I'm going to move down to him. You guys be ready around that corner in case something decides to jump.
you're not going without me.
Then let's go.
I'm just immediately behind him.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay. Means this.
Holy fuck.
Oh man, look at all these bodies.
So you go, you walk around the corner, you bend down to like go to like see about healing him, and then you notice
There's like.
there's 3 other bodies.
How's the evil set going on? Still okay?
Yep, you're still all right. Is
Right? This person is.
the one right in front of you is dead.
Oh, okay.
They are not alive.
Okay. I guess I'll try to run down this way.
Yep. So Corin can tell you as you're going that way. Corin's like, yeah, that way. That's where he heard
Oh, okay.
the sound coming from.
Okay. So I'll check this person. Alive?
Yes, that person is still alive.
I will tap them with the wand of cure light wounds.
Okay. You go reach down to tap them with the wand of cure light wounds. So it looks like it's half elven.
No, it's not.
Yep. Yeah. So it looks like it's half elven. About human size, slightly pointed ears, nice chiseled features, nice long raven black hair with a shock of purple through it, side shaven, very intricate tattoo on the side of her head and face.
Oh. Look at all familiar?
No.
Okay.
Wearing what looks to be like dark black clothing, and then underneath you can tell is like black leather armor.
Do you have any weapons on her?
She does not.
I was gonna pass those up. But all right, so I'll pull her out of the water and put her like resting up in the corner.
Okay. She's currently Do you pull her out of the water before you heal her, or do you
No.
heal her first?
I heal her first.
Okay.
And pull her out of the water.
So you heal her, and she sits up, looks at you. As soon as she opens her eyes, her eyes have a weird, like the light that shines off your bow has a weird reflection off of these silver-colored eyes she has. And she looks at you and she goes, and she says something in a language that you don't understand.
Okay.
And then she realizes that you don't understand her, so she changes and says in common, quickly, arm yourselves.
What happened here?
She's like, it was an and now we'll roll some. No. Now I'll get to roll some surprise round attacks on you.
Oh!
Footed.
I was going to yell go time. As soon as she said arm yourselves, I was going to yell go time. But Corin jumped in. I'm like, oh no! Okay.
So, Corin and Rowan, what are your flat-footed ACs?
19.
22.
Okay. Rowan, you were like, she said arm yourselves, so you instinctively duck down and start pulling out an arrow,
Yeah.
just in time as a crossbow bolt flies just above your head.
How large of a bolt?
Small.
Shit! Okay. I've seen this before.
Corin, you look at her going, and you don't move, and a bolt finds a chink in your armor and hits you for 2 points of damage. and
Roll
you
a fortitude
have to make a
save.
fortitude save.
14 or better. Holy shit!
What was that?
That's a natural
Felt like somebody
20.
hit you with felt like somebody hit you with a toothpick.
Damn.
Who farted?
Tough little halfling. Go time!
Yep. So you guys know that the bolts came from the darkness, and we're gonna roll initiatives.
Okay.
Let's see. Who is the one I didn't get?
I think me.
Tahani. Yeah, just click on your character and then click it again, and then I'll just change it to 21.
Do you have to do that?
You have to select your character. Can you
Like
select
on the
your
map.
character?
If you can click on your like little icon on the map, your little dude.
I may not be able to because I'm on the iPad.
Can you see the map?
She can
wait,
see
wait,
the map.
wait.
I don't know if she can
I
interact with the
clicked.
map.
Let's try it
Okay.
again.
Yep,
Did it
that
work?
worked.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. Move you to where you go. All right. Rowan. You get to react first.
Well, I will enact judgments. Act protection.
Mhm.
I will cast
Okay.
N self-hate. And I will appear next to Willick and I'll be like, yo, what up?
That was fast.
Yep, yeah, fast. Yeah, really fast.
Okay. Tahani.
I will run up, which
Not run up. Where and how?
I do. Yep.
Are you staying on the pathway?
I think I'm going into the ick
Okay, so to where?
to around the corner. When I go around the corner, can I see what's attacking us?
So you want to go here.
Yes.
Also, are these things like? Are they above water? Like, do they provide cover?
They are. They
Movement
provide
speed, right?
cover.
Those provide cover.
45.
Ooh,
Yes.
that's cool.
Now that you look at it, it seems like those bodies that are laying there may have once been hiding behind cover.
Ah,
You've gone here. You have 5
All
more
right,
feet
so
of
you went
movement.
there. Let's see. You have dark vision.
Are you going to
60.
use your 5 more feet of movement?
I'm waiting to see.
could you
what-
have
know if you
gone?
get
Could
the
you
link.
have moved here instead?
She could have. She still can.
Okay,
Can I? All right, I will go behind
should
that
move
box.
here instead because here
Yeah,
you can
yeah.
still see what's going on in front of you and still get at least 2 if there's
Yeah. I go behind the box.
perfect.
Okay. Let's see.
Wow.
This and this. Hold on, we're not done.
What a beach.
Oh, the caster in the back.
There we go. All right. Hey, there's some dark elves here.
Is it just the 3? That what I see so far?
So that is what you see. You see 2
Okay.
close to you that are have their hand crossbows drawn. That is obviously who shot at you guys. You also see this is a solid pillar. It goes from the floor to the ceiling. So this is hard to cover.
Okay.
These boxes, the larger size boxes, are a good 5 feet tall. These little boxes are only a couple feet tall, so they are not the best cover. They are some form of cover, though, at least.
Okay.
Yep. So,
What else would you like to do?
what would you like
Or
to
are
do?
you good?
I don't have any ranged attack, so I will hold my action unless someone comes closer.
You can move again.
Yep. You can use your action to move
So
if you
if
would like.
you go here,
Yes,
we're
I will
here.
do that. Yep. Go behind the other boxes. Those. Yes.
Okay. All right. Corin Rosemont.
Yeah, saw this coming.
Or you could. I won't say what you could do.
I really want to stand next to you. But I don't think I can do that and also fight defensively.
Should you get the girl out of the water?
Here's an important thing that you need to know about Corin Rosemont.
Uh-huh.
She is not my ward.
Right.
Oh, that's right, fool!
That's right.
Oh, shit! I
Uh,
totally forgot about that.
I'm just gonna double move here
Mm-hmm.
and then swift action aid another honey.
Okay.
What if we had
So-
one?
So what does that do? Aid another.
This.
Oh,
So if
it
that
is.
29 beats a 10,
Yep.
then she gets +7 to her next attack.
oh my God!
Okay. I'll take that.
And +8 to her armor class.
No, I have to pick one.
Oh, okay. So you're giving her the attack bonus.
Right. So I'm giving her +7 to her next attack.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Corin Rosemont. Well. Oh, all right.
Okay.
And I cannot
Um,
also fight defensively, correct? That is that involves taking an attack action.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
So That was Corin. Willick.
Do I know that the one in the back is probably a spellcaster?
You have no idea. There's just a drow back there hiding kind of behind the boxes. You
Can
don't
Wilk or I
see a
even see
crossbow in
that
her
one?
hands.
Can we even see that far?
No.
No, technically you can't. Tahani could because she can see in the dark.
Right.
You can see from where you're at. The two behind the pillar you can discern, but now you can see her. She's a little shadowy, but you can see her.
One second, I'm trying to remember the name of the combat feats. I'm just gonna move up and throw my hammer. When in doubt, smash.
Yeah.
Smash.
Yep, okay. Go ahead. The 21 will hit. The 17 will unfortunately miss because it hits the boxes and puts a hole in a box. But the 21 hits, bounces off her shoulder. Takes 10. All right. Let's see. That is gonna make it. There go. Let's see. She will cast a spell.
Ew.
She is definitely a caster, Willick. So you notice as the water level begins to suddenly surge.
Ew.
Here.
Everywhere there is water. So all the squares that have water are now have about 5 feet of water in them.
Oh. Lovely.
Yep. So this is now fine. Like this is still fine. This is the edges, but it's now like the sort of river-ish. It is not moving water. It is still standing water, but it's water nonetheless. That was her go. Let's see. This one is going to fire at Willick. And this other one will pop to this corner and also fire at Willick. Yeah, they're both going to shoot at Willick. Miss. Willick, what's your armor class?
18.
Misses. So got a 17. All right. Pink, pink. That was their go. And that's going to make it Emerson's turn.
So I can see that caster up there, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to cast Cheetah Sprint,
Uh-huh.
and then I'm going to
You going to go get that bitch?
run
Got it.
all the way up there,
Speed of the puma.
and I'm going to rage and get big as I run.
Put
I
you
can't
here.
attack her, though, right? I
You
just get
can.
big.
That's part of Cheetah Sprint.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Love that spin.
Yep.
Alright.
So you get one attack. Yep, that'll hit for a fuck ton.
That's a pretty good one.
All right. Smash.
Oh, that's right, it's a switch.
Roll. No, she's okay. All right. That was Emrys. Emrys, the other thing you notice running up there. Emrys, this square and this square are also occupied by additional people.
Okay. Are they invisible?
They're not invisible.
They're
there.
hiding
They're
behind
just
the column, right?
they're hiding behind the column.
Okay.
Correct. You are the only one that can see them.
Oh, sweet.
All right. Back to Rowan.
All right. Rowan will Elfbane hit. I can see because of the light.
Yep. You can see that because of the light from Willick too. Also.
Oh, right, okay.
You can even see where Emrys is because of the light from Willick. It's shadowy, but you can still see there.
I will. I don't want that cast. So I'm going to just rapid shot with haste and unleash like 4 arrows this.
Okay. You're pointing them at the caster.
So I'm gonna cast her into.
Okay.
Enabling rapid shot. So here's.
Yep.
26.
Caster will hit. Yep.
Okay.
Will hit.
So that's damage plus. So 17.
Got it.
Standing.
Mm-hmm.
Second rapid. 17.
Misses. Hits the box.
Okay. And then extra attack. Haste.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Hits.
5. 7.
Okay. Still standing. Nope.
Okay. That's my turn.
Okay. Tahani.
All right, I'm going to do. What was that called? Stunning fist for a flurry of blows.
You cannot flurry of blows.
I
You
cannot flurry of
move
blows.
to be able to
Because you,
punch them.
Alright.
yep, you have to move more than
All right,
there.
So one attack,
one attack,
unarmed strike,
unarmed strike. Okay.
but it is stunning fist.
Yes.
All right. Well, it hits. 12. What is your stunning strike DC?
Don't get this plus 7 on that.
next page.
Next page. Stunning. 15.
Okay, it is stunned. I rolled a
Aha.
3. Got it. Okay. Corin.
I'm gonna go stand there.
Yep.
I'm going to. Can I both fight defensively and aid Tahani as a normal action?
I think fight defensively, if I remember right, takes a full action.
Total defense is a full round.
Not full round, a standard action, I mean.
Because it fighting defensively modifies your to hit.
Yeah. It is a standard action to fight defensively. Yep. So it's a standard action to fight defensively. So an aid is a standard action, so you can't take 2 standard actions round.
So fighting defensively has to be a normal attack.
Good.
Well, because I can't attack anything. There's nothing for me to attack. That's what I'm trying to understand. So is that like a assume a stance kind of thing, and then I'm just doing it?
It's
Or is
fighting
that-
defensively as a standard action. You can choose to fight defensively when attacking. If you do so, you take a -1. That doesn't make any sort of sense.
That's why I'm asking. So it probably doesn't matter because I'm behind this block. So I'm just gonna aid.
Yep, that's fine.
But we should figure that out at some point. All right, so I aid. Your next attack is +7. I'm gonna say, Willick, form up on me. Let's go. Stand next to me, and you'll be safe.
Oh, but I want to smash.
You can smash from next to me. Let's go.
Okay. That was Corin. So now it is Willick.
All right. What do I do?
You move there. Now what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna protect you. I can't make you better at punching things.
Well, you will crit throw that hammer in that dude's face
Sure as hell will.
for 25 points of damage. Knock out a whole lot of teeth.
Drow don't need many teeth.
All right. Drows go. The caster is fuckoed.
Now I saw them shoot arrows at me, right?
Yep.
I want to use deflect arrows
Okay.
as my
Well,
combat flexibility.
okay. So you're gonna take deflect arrows. Got it. All right. Let's see. What's the caster gonna do? I guess she's gonna try and cast defensively. Let's do not take an attack of opportunity. The water level is suddenly gonna drop as she's going to drop that spell. Nope, that is a failure. So her spell fizzles.
Cool.
Okay, this is going wonderfully for the drow. This one will take one step back and then fire a bolt at Willick.
I am going to use my bodyguard feat. So I will attempt to aid another to give plus whatever to armor.
8. 7.
Nope, plus 8.
It's plus 8. Yep. All right. So Willick's AC goes from 18 to 26 against this bolt.
Yep.
It
And I'm going to
misses.
deflect it too.
Wow. Wow.
It misses. I got a 24, but that is not a 26.
This is the new normal, huh? I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
All right. So we will now go ahead. I will take these guys. Go like this. Hello. This one will move to here. Although Emrys, you will get to make an attack of opportunity against that one.
Right now.
Yep, right now.
Crush him!
That will hit for 29 points of damage.
Yes!
Ouch.
Like,
He gets to make
Fair.
a single attack against you. One of his short swords.
Oh.
What's your armor class?
18.
18. Okay, so that will hit for a whole 4 points of damage.
Okay.
Yep. The one with the giant hammer that steps up to Willick.
I'm going to use my second attack of opportunity to bodyguard.
Yep.
Combat reflexes too?
Welcome to what this character does.
I'm so happy.
All right, so Willick is back to a 26 AC,
Oh.
and that is a 25, so it will miss. As Cord Rosemont is just sticks his shield out, blocks the arrow, and then sticks his shield out, deflects the hammer.
No.
I got
no.
you, Willick.
Wow.
You against the world.
Guys, I'm liking this new gnome.
This new
Not a
gnome.
I'm not a gnome, but I appreciate the sentiment.
All right, Emrys,
Yes.
you're up.
Okay. I hit the caster
Okay, you hit
again.
the caster. Well, you hit the caster once and then miss. But that will take the caster down. Okay. Back to Rowan.
All right, what can you tell me about equipment on these things we're dealing with? Like, obviously, there's this building a hammer. But like, how's he armored? And what about this? The two
Him,
shorts?
it looks like chainmail.
Okay.
Short swords looks like studded leather. This and this one look like studded leather also.
So noticing that Corin is like keeping these guys alive, which is
Yep.
awesome. I'm gonna shoot at.
Okay.
And I will, as a move action, change. I will change from haste to, is it mind?
Okay.
Okay. And I will also. All right. Here we go. Have a
Okay.
shot.
The 20. You're shooting the one with the crossbow.
Yep, this guy.
The just barely deflects the 20 with their buckler, but the other two will hit.
17.
Yep. They are pretty fucked up now.
That's it for me.
After that plus crit hammer to the face. All right. Tahani.
Flurry of blows this guy to
Your
my right.
first attack is +7.
My first attack is +7.
Yep. So a hit, a miss, and then a hit. So 2 hits for 26.
Is the first one a crit?
No, it's not a natural 20, so no. Okay.
Are you doing anything? Or are you good?
That's to confirm criticals. Doesn't help
Okay.
me with others. Okay.
All right.
Good. All right. Corin.
We're gonna aid Willick
Yep.
on his next attack.
Yep. Got it.
Swift aid to Hani on her next attack.
Yep. Got it.
Stand here and protect them.
Got it. Look, this is the exact fighting formation that Corin wants.
Back against the wall, in between two party members.
I would
Perfect.
prefer that wall not be there so that I can also tank hits, but
Yep.
whatever.
We'll take what we can get.
Yep. All right. Willick.
I'm gonna go unarmed strike on this guy. I'm gonna use Gore style
Oh. All right.
for slashing damage.
You got it. The first attack will be at a +7 to hit, too, thanks to
+6.
Corin.
Willick was
+6.
6 aid.
Okay, yep, so +6. Thanks to
Where are
Corin.
Good thing.
Hey, the first one will hit. The second one misses, but the first one hits.
The second will also do 2d6 bleed damage.
The second one does?
Or the first, whichever one hits.
Oh, does 2d6 bleed? Ew. Gross. All right.
I like it.
All right. So on his turn, he will take 2d6 bleed damage and consistently do so until he heals himself. All right. That was Willick. So, Drow's go. Let's see. Drow with a crossbow will shoot at Willick. Yep. So +8 to AC. Nope, that is not a 26. So that will
So
miss.
it's actually not possible for me to miss 10, so...
Yep. Got it. Let's see. So that misses crossbow.
This is so ridiculous, and I'm so happy. Like, seriously.
This one with a crossbow will take a 5-foot step back amongst the boxes and then shoot at Tahani.
+8.
Yep. Nope. Hammer Boy will swing at Willick twice.
+8. Both times.
The first one will still hit. That was a 27.
Wait, is it hitting me?
No.
No.
So before you roll damage,
Yep.
I'm going to use In Harm's Way.
Okay.
I will take that damage.
Okay.
Now I understand. The owlbear does all the damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like
that is
literally,
correct.
that's the damage. Is the owlbear?
Yep.
I
But
was
the
like,
owlbear doesn't take damage. Corin does.
Cordis.
Yep.
So it's so funny because I'm sitting here, and I almost said before
Corin,
we
you
came
take
down.
15.
I almost said before we
Got
came
it.
down. I was like, "Are you gonna be all right? You know, without your owlbear? Like, feel like you're a capable enough fighter?" Then I was like, "Ah." But there's legends about.
A bunch of short sword attacks on Emrys.
I think we need to build a little saddle and put it on my back so I can be a substitute owlbear.
Right?
Miss. All right. All
Surrogate.
3 strikes miss. So,
Cool.
Emrys.
Yeah.
Finish it.
That will kill him though.
Cool.
Dead.
Bye.
5-foot step.
Can I move?
Yep, like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, you got it. Okay. Rowan.
All right. I will. Female guy has taken. You know what? Let's just start round robining this, right?
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna take 3 shots, and I'm gonna start the first one at this guy, and then the second one at the. So let's do it. Fuck. I'm gonna take all 3 shots at this guy.
Okay. They will all hit.
Sweet. There you go.
It was the one that backed away from Tahani, right?
No, it,
No,
in front of Willie.
hammer guy.
Hammer guy? Okay. Nope. Still enough.
Excellent.
Gets riddled full of arrows and then falls over.
Okay. I guess I can move 5.
Yep.
Done.
All right. Tahani.
I will move forward 5 feet and flurry of blows this guy.
Okay.
First one is +7.
Yep. So that hits. Second one hits. The other 2 do not.
Question:
So 18.
Does
Yep.
aid another only work after the like on the first attack?
Correct.
Correct.
Okay, so it's not like you could
Unless-
like wait until she takes her first attack and then use aid another on the second attack.
Correct. Unless you take the teamwork feat, harrying partners.
Tell me more about this later.
Am I able to take a step back?
No.
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 Nope.
Okay. Aw,
You're done. You're done. Corin. Who do you protect?
you can stay with Will.
Aid Willick, step
Yep.
here, Swift Aid Emrys.
Okay. Drow, I guess will. Nope, it can't even take an attack of opportunity. It's not holding a melee weapon.
Okay, so they'll both get. Willick will get +7, Emrys will get +6 for their
Okay.
attack.
Okay.
First attack.
You got it. It's Corin, so it is now Willick's turn.
No second. I have all these combat feats available to me now, and it's just so.
It's a lot. Yep.
Let's just keep it simple.
+7.
Okay. Yep, for the first one. Yep. So who are you throwing it at?
Went straight ahead of me.
Okay. Hits. Barely standing. Okay.
See, he's got a lot of arrows in him.
It is their go. They are going to take a 5-foot step back and fire at Corin Rosemont.
Okay. 25.
Misses. Got a 24. God damn it. This little fucking halfling. This one will take a 5-foot step away from Tahani, reload, and fire at Tahani.
I
Tiny, what's-
have a feat called Deflect Arrow. Once
Yep.
per round, negate a hit by a ranged weapon.
Yep. So, well, it hits, so I guess you're going to negate that, right? Pink. Drow looks at their crossbow and just like regretting their life decisions.
Wax off.
All right, Emrys.
Yes. I'll move.
Crush them. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's just a 5-foot step. So, yep. Splat.
Bye.
Dead. Rowan. One, two, just two.
I turned Bane off.
Okay. 21. All right, Tahani.
Step up and flurry of blows.
Okay. Okay.
Bye.
Slumps over. So, yeah. All the drow are dead.
That was fun.
I will quickly.
Roll a perception check. She's not there.
Oh, did she leave?
You don't see her. You do, however, hear from around the corner, sniffing and hissing, and somebody like trying to like plead with an animal.
I'll come around the corner.
Yep. So
Uh,
she's there. Sniffer is like staring her down.
Look,
and not letting her pass.
it's probably best you just come and talk to her. It just kind of like save your life and all.
Oh, you killed them.
All of them.
Got him.
Oh, well, thank you. Is this your pet?
He's not a pet. He's a companion. One might call him more spiritual guide. You ever got lost down here? Come on over here. Come talk to us.
Okay. She walks over. Still hobbling a little bit. She is obviously still wounded, not feeling the best. I say she, but as they get closer, it gets a little harder to tell now that they're upright and walking.
So, what's your name, sir? I'm Rowan. Down here. Doing what?
Oh, my name's Delilah. I was down here with my friends.
Hey there, Delilah. Tell me about your friends that mishap.
Oh, well, we were traveling through the sewers. We were fleeing the Dawn's Watch.
Why's that?
You can tell she's lying to you.
Hmm?
Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna let her keep going on it for a little bit.
Yep. Okay. Well, I mean, they're rounding up anybody who is different,
Right?
and that happened to be us.
Right.
So we took to the sewers to hide, and we were trying to make our way out of the city.
Right. So, that's really fascinating. The problem that I have with it, that I know when I have this tickle back of my head, who are doing. So perhaps it would be in all of our best interest to get on the level, like save your life, kind of in debt to us.
They straighten up and look at you. You now notice that they are moving not like they are wounded at all.
Mm-hmm.
Goes. Well, my crew and I were on the way to a meeting. We got ambushed.
Oh, you don't say. What meeting would that be?
A meeting with a prospective employer.
What is the name of your crew here then?
They look at you. Well, did save my life, although now I am perfectly fine. Uh, just because they're dead doesn't mean we still aren't who we are.
Huh.
We are the Night Runners.
You know, it's funny. It just so happens that we are also on our way over to Conflux. Because we're trying to figure out what's going on. We just want to know who's high.
The Conflux. You don't look like you would work for Herschel. He doesn't hire short people.
You're absolutely right. Actually, we're part of the Iron Tusk.
You are
Because,
most certainly not part of the Iron Tusks.
You got the tingle too there, huh?
You know, it's hard to lie about being a full-blooded orc.
Well, what do you mean? I mean, don't actually look right.
This is me. There's nothing hidden here.
Okay.
What'd you say your name was?
I didn't say my name.
She said her name was Delilah, but she was lying.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
My name is Volto. Volto Gex.
You are Gex. Really?
Indeed.
Huh. Well, it's pleased to make your acquaintance, in fact. Your reputation does precede.
I'd hope so. Been fostering it for years.
Well, I mean, would you be so kind as to take us along to your... Obviously need protection over there. Why don't we all go together? We can be your hired muscle. The only price you have to pay is tag us along.
It's gonna be harder to get you in than that. We'll have to say that you're my Night Runners.
You?
It'll work for me. Get to save some face if I show up with a crew still.
We're quite the crew, I think, as you can tell. Clearly more effective than your last one.
To be fair, my last crew.
Sorry.
I was waiting for you to do it and you didn't do it. So, my last crew was unfortunately ambushed. You at least had a moment of warning. They did not. And there was twice as many of those dark-skinned elves as there were before. Speaking of which, we should probably leave rather quickly, as I'm sure more will be showing up very soon.
I agree. So are we headed up and around the bend here then?
Yes, we will be headed. Well, follow me. I'll lead you.
Rowan,
I'm gonna... Yes?
are we entering into an accord with this Gex?
If you're...
Well, hello, dearie. You can talk to me directly, you know.
You are not my ward.
Correct.
Corin.
Interesting.
Corin.
Interesting.
Gex is going to help us get to where we're going. And we're going to help Gex get...
Am I also responsible for this Gex?
Oh, no. I can handle myself.
I was not asking you. You are not my ward.
Corin, I think Gex will be fine.
Okay.
But thank you for asking.
don't understand you people. She just walks off.
Okay, so as we're going by, I want to get Sniffer, and I want to.
Sniffer's gone.
Oh, Sniffer's gone.
No.
So
It seemed like once Gex was like, "Oh yeah, I'll show you where to go."
Sniffer
was
just took
like,
off.
Bye.
That's too bad because I wanted Sniffer to like keep Gex honest. Damn it. Okay. Okay. What I should do is, as we're walking by, I want to just detect magic on the Drow gear.
Okay.
Walking by and collect up any.
So there are
Mhm.
there's a +1 magical warhammer and 2 +1 short swords. Those are the only pieces of magic.
Anything like? Oh, what about?
Oh nope, I take that back. There is 1 potion of invisibility on the caster.
It was the magical warhammer, potion of invisibility, and
2 +1 shorts.
Yep.
The chainmail, is it just regular chainmail or is it like
Just regular.
back like?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just it's I mean it's obviously drow made,
Sure, but it's not at
but
it.
it's no, it is not.
Fine with me.
I will take one of the short swords.
You watch as Gex
Take
goes
it.
from one of her people to one of her people to another one of their people, and starts picking off certain pieces of them and pocketing it
Certain pieces of them, like parts.
of their gear. Yeah,
Thank you.
and starts pocketing it.
Cool.
And then
All
she-
right.
The large armored one, she picks a bag up off of, hefts it, and then looks in your direction and tosses it your way.
Catch the bag.
Chink. She's like, just consider that a little bit more payment.
All right.
Looks like about 500 gold pieces.
Well, that's mighty kind of you. Make sure to keep y'all nice and healthy then.
She's like, oh, there might be more of that for you as we go along.
Let's have in store.
So she leads you guys, starts leading you through. They start leading you through the sewers.
Okay.
Tahani.
Yep.
And Emrys.
Yeah.
You guys can each roll sense motive checks.
Sense motive.
Okay. Let's see. We will do this. It's all right if. All right. So that's for. There's a message there for Becca on Discord. I sent it to
or in Discord.
on Discord. Yep. It's fine if Carlos looks at it. I'm not really that worried about it. It's gonna come to light eventually. So
She has to bring it up on her phone.
Why is that not coming up?
would it be easier for me to send it to Twitter?
Probably.
Yes,
Okay.
because I don't see it on there.
That's because that's the main chat.
I'll go on Twitter.
Okay. Yep. It's coming. Hold on. This one.
Oh, there.
So-
Mhm.
When while we're traveling, I'll casually ask Gex. So what's with your eyes? Notice they flashed a little bit when kind of came upon our light after you.
She turns and looks at you and goes, I have unusual colored eyes.
Is that a family trait of yours?
You could say that. She turns and looks at you.
From
Her eyes are silver in color.
from your mom, your dad?
Yes.
Uh, where are you from, by the way?
Well, I'm currently a resident of the wonderful Summerlands.
So
And you
this,
grew up there?
Oh no. I've wandered all over.
Where are your Where is your family from?
Numeria mostly.
Your mom's side, dad's side?
All of it.
Yeah. Thing is, you're neither human nor elven.
I mean, neither are you, so who's pointing fingers?
Just trying to, figure out the company we keep.
we're here to get a job done. You've got to do what we got to do to get there for now. Then got to do that. Kind of just like I appreciate it, Gex. Forthcoming, or at least as trying to be as honest as possible. But
You're welcome.
Uh,
Honesty leads to a good business venture.
well,
She turns and starts to head and lead you guys on again. As she turns, that like super intricate tattoo on the side of her face and head, there's a slight, almost like electrical pulse that runs through it real quick.
Cube. That's cute.
while they're walking in front of us,
Yep,
detect evil.
not evil. Yep.
And I'll just say I'll say that to Tahani too. Like, not coming up as not kind of.
Two things.
Unless they're hiding that, That's possible.
The veins, or the tattoo, is actually veins.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Second thing. We had company with the rat folk, and I trusted the rat more.
Oh, shit. Shade.
Noted.
Just saying.
Right. All right.
Oh, halfling where rat? Any rat. The rat. Let us remember the rat.
All right.
I trust
You wanted
the
to
rat.
you wanted to pet the rat.
I know, I trusted the rat. The rat was trustworthy.
Trust your instinct. Now we need.
So she leads you on for another hour or so through the sewers. And so you guys, she enters into what is obviously a much larger thoroughfare of this, like a much larger tunnel. Obviously, something like some sort of main tunnel that runs through the city for the sewer. As there is another one of the kind of like the river sewer that you guys went through, except larger. So she leads you along the edge of it down, until you see and can hear ahead of you what sounds like a waterfall. This monstrous cacophony of noise kind of
But it looks like it's coming
coming
from
in
like.
waves.
But it looks like it's coming from still. We don't see light. It's not like an outside water.
Correct. But you do see some light ahead.
Does it look? Does it look?
No,
Okay.
it does not.
All right.
So she continues leading you on until you get to the end of this large open drain. And you see that the water is shooting outwards and then falling down. She looks at you all and goes, "Welcome to the Nexus."
Where is this under?
I believe this would be under Helios Square. So, some refer to it as the Nexus, others refer to it as the Maelstrom, the Conflux. But really, what it is just the largest central point for all of the main drainages to pass out of. And they go down there. I suggest not falling down there.
Down there.
Would you like to look?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
She
I don't want to
doesn't
go
go.
anywhere near the edge.
Well-
That's what I asked.
The water goes somewhat water. The liquid goes somewhere. But the level of the liquid never raises no matter how much is poured down there. So
Oh. Comforting.
wherever it goes down there, it feeds someplace else that I don't know where it is. I don't
Like
want to
that
think
could be
about
like
it.
a permanent portal to
I,
like. And
I don't want to think about it.
all right. So what time's the meeting start?
We have about 10 or 15 minutes.
So what do you know about the Shadows and Iron Tusk?
Herschel Elrond runs the Shadows. They're your typical, I would just call them a thieves guild, because that's what they are.
Okay.
They slink around in the shadows, they steal from people, they do things. I mean, I steal from people too, but they make a large business out of it, whereas I just steal for fun currently. I am much more in the moving of artifacts and people from one location to another.
Rumor has it that you can actually get into the jail.
Rumor has it, does it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, with your friend around, I can't say no, so yes, I can.
What does all this have to do with the Dawn's Watch?
Nothing that I'm aware of. I hope not, anyway.
We're curious as to see what it is exactly that's being.
Oh, that makes. Well, you're more than one, but multiples of us that want to know.
And that's one of the reasons why I was curious here. Might be some connection.
Okay.
That's all.
Now, I will be forthright with you. We're gonna have to put on a bit of a ruse. You will have to be my night runners
Okay.
for you to gain access to this meeting. There were only 3 parties invited, and so a other 4th party showing up would probably be immediately eliminated. So, I've paid you 500 gold. You now work for me, even if it's for 15 minutes, an hour, whatever it happens to be for the meeting.
Go on.
Agreed? Just until the meeting's over. That's it. That's all I require.
Rowan?
Well, I mean, quit any job you want at any time, but yeah, I think that we need to. I believe we need to. I'm not signing anything.
I'm not asking you to sign anything.
Then we're all right so far. Carry on. What's your plan for trying to get us in there?
Wonderful. Just going to announce you as my Night Runners. As long as I tell them you're my Night Runners, my word is good here.
All right. Corin, you got a cloak?
Here, I have something for that. Well, one of my former Night Runners has something that can deal with that. Reaches into her bag, pulls out a hat, hands it over.
I'm concerned that our friend here, of course, being part of such an honorable order, may be noticed based on patient
Right.
job.
That's
So
why I'm giving you this hat for him to wear, and he can change how he is perceived.
So you get a hat of disguise.
Okay.
How would you like to be perceived?
I imagine the first thing that he does is exactly the same thing, except that like any silk that's over top of his armor is just like blue instead of
That's
green.
that's not
Yep.
gonna
Is
work.
that good?
That's not gonna work.
All right, someone's gonna have to workshop this with me.
How about like a dusty cloak?
Can you make your armor look like hers? And he Valto points over to Emrys.
Uh, sure, but I will not like it.
15
Oh, that's
minutes.
nice.
15 minutes.
Yep. Well, we're down to 10
I'll be-
now.
I'll be counting.
All right.
Okay. Wonderful. So this right this way, and she leads you. That's where she leans on a piece of the pipe, and it slides and pops open. And it's actually a door, just a simple door that leads to a metal and rope bridge. Kind of sways a little bit as you guys start walking on it. She starts leading you out from the side of your pipe to another pipe.
We'll hurry along.
Yep.
As I'm going, just remind everybody to get too far ahead of us. It's like the last thing
Okay.
is she gets super far ahead of us and then decides to turn around and cut the rope. So, like, let's go.
She does not seem to have that kind of
Better?
you're right, yeah.
Okay.
Even just a general passive sense motive, we'll say. Gets that you don't feel like that's gonna happen. You don't feel like you have to worry about that.
Okay.
So she gets to the inside of this other pipe, this other large pipe. You notice that there is no water coming out of this one. It just seems to be a pipe. And then as you enter the pipe following behind her, you realize why. As there's a giant stone wall on the entire inside of this pipe with a large palisade like gate front. She walks up to it and goes, "Now remember, you're the Night Runners. Anybody asks you, you're the Night Runners.
All right.
Runners.
All right?
The Night Runners, and we're with Gex. All we need to say
Correct.
if anyone asks questions.
Exactly. You have it down.
In the meantime, don't talk to anyone.
Right.
Listen.
So she raps a series of knocks on the door. You guys wait a moment, and then the large sort of wooden portcullis raises a little bit to reveal a solid iron door that then swings open. She goes, Brutus. It was a very large half-orc. I assume that I've made it in time, otherwise you would not have opened the door. So, I am here with the Night Runners. We are here for the meeting. You just, goes inside, steps away from the doorway, just motions in. She's like, all right, let's go. And starts motioning you guys through.
How large is the half worker?
Bigger. than Willick.
By like foot?
No, only a couple inches, but he's broader than Willick. There's a very large axe on his back.
I need to eat more.
Like,
Yeah,
damn this ring!
Brutus goes.
I'm still a growing boy.
Yep. So you guys get motioned and hurried in, and so Bruce is standing at the door, and Valto Gex leans in, and goes, "Remember, you're the Night Runners." And then she steps back out of the door, and it slams shut. And then you guys hear and you are now in darkness.
All right.
You guys are in a probably 15-foot by 15-foot room. All of the walls, as you feel around, are made of stone. Most of you guys can see. I mean, you guys pull out all your weapons and
Sure.
stuff, and you can see. You're in a 15 by 15-foot room. Behind you is a solid iron door that you just came through. Ahead of you is another, you can tell is another lift up wooden portcullis. Large, solid beams.
Think we can let ourselves in?
Are there locks on the door?
There is no lock on the iron door.
Okay.
However, you know it has to open outwards, and so you try to open it, and there's the solid wooden portcullis that has been lowered behind it immediately.
Right. So, but on the other side, it's just the portcullis.
On the other side, it is just a portcullis. There is no iron door there. However, it is currently lowered.
Okay. So knock won't open that? Won't lift that for us?
Correct, because it is not locked. It is just lowered.
Knock opens stuck, barred, or locked door.
Right. It is not stuck. It is not locked or barred.
Not
it
technically
is just lowered.
barred.
Correct. I mean, if you guys would like to try and lift it, you can.
Right. So, like in theory, and so the problem we have with the iron door is that the portcullis is lowered in. So if it follows and tracks, if we lift the other door that's behind it, is there a door behind the other portcullis?
Behind this one?
Like, because we can see, right? There's one portcullis we can see in the room.
Yep.
Is there a door behind that?
You can't see through it. It's solid. It's like solid beam.
Oh. Well.
Then suddenly you guys hear creaking noise as the wooden portcullis that's in front of you starts slowly raising. And as it opens and there's the gap, you can see light coming in. Looks probably like it's torchlight feeding in underneath.
You know what?
And you can also hear
as it's lifting,
lots and lots of voices.
As it's lifting, I'm gonna look at everybody and be like, "So, I'm pretty sure I figured out how it is determining who wins."
Are we gladiators?
We are gladiators. We are 100% gladiators.
As you guys walk out into what looks to be a very large subterranean arena.
Yeah.
So the walls are about... So from the floor to this first level here is a good 40 feet. And there's these other tiered seats above. These are 60 feet above the ground. These little alcoves that appear kind of like viewing areas. And then you guys notice that you guys come out of this far leftmost door. This is the portcullis that raises up, and there's more portcullises
Okay.
Yours is open first, and you guys step out.
Literally, as we are walking out, I pull out my wand of cure light wounds and I tap everybody. Because I don't know who took damage and who didn't, and we didn't stop to deal with it. So I'm just gonna bonk, 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 and hit everybody with cure light wounds.
You're
So,
the good fairy.
standing on this platform, looking down at you, leaning against the edge and kind of just waves a little bit, is Valto Gex. On this platform, up kind of above where you are, appears to be a male halfling wearing black plate mail armor. This is a large orc, savage looking, tattoos all down its face. And then on this is a cloaked, hooded figure standing by themselves and looking out.
Cool.
The seats and stands are filled with all sorts of riffraff. Some of them, you guys recognize from your time in the Shades. A few, anyway.
The degenerate betters.
Yeah, like some of the degenerate betters. Specifically, you can pick out in the crowd the one that Willick beat for a bunch of money in the bird race. I'm sitting there watching. But the crowd roars as you guys come out, and Gex waves a little bit. And then, so we're going to put you guys like this.
I lean over to Rowan and be like, remember when I said I trusted the rat more?
Noted, Tahani.
All right, center portal starts raising. And out steps this motley crew. Layer tokens. Layer tokens. All right, there we go. There, we'll just put everybody on them. All right, so you guys have, as this portcullis starts raising up, you hear from this halfling gentleman in full black plate mail, leans forward and goes, "I give to you the shadows," and out steps a bunch of your generic, more looking like rogue figures.
Mm.
And then the crowd and stuff cheers, and then this portcullis starts opening, and above it, the orc that's standing there starts bellowing out, "I give you the iron tusks," and then out steps a bunch of orcs.
With ferocity. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yep. And so the figure that's
Right,
hooded
did
and
Gex announce us?
Yes, that's what you're getting, is that Gex announced you when you guys came out. You just didn't hear it.
Gotcha.
And so the hooded figure, you see it kind of nod, and then another figure steps up next to the hooded figure. A beautiful, regal-looking woman, black, slinky dress. Her hair all plaited up and done. It's very tall, very Padme Amidala looking headdress going on. She leans forward and goes, "So, honored guests, welcome to my humble arena. Today, we have 3 teams competing against one another, all for the grand prize of a job. How intriguing. So, this job, however, is the highest paying job that has ever come to our wonderful city. 100,000 gold pieces will be the sum provided to the winner of the contract. We have the Night Runners, the Shadows, and the Iron Tusks here to compete today amongst each other. They will surely draw each other's blood, as this is, as always, a fight, and then the entire crowd with her says, "To the death."
Uh-huh.
Mm.
And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Yep.
Question.
To the pain.
Yep.
Real quick, just before we call it.
Yeah.
All the rogues, are they all human?
No. They are human or half elven.
Okay. But the orcs are all orcs.
They are all orcs. Full-blooded
Full
orcs.
orcs.
Yep.
All right.
And then your ragtag band of whatever it is you want to call yourselves.
Okay. So did anyone barely who got hit like for a little? Who got hit for a lot? Like Corin, I think you have to take that 9.
I took a total of like 17 damage.
Okay. Well,
You took everything that would have hit me.
I took
Oh.
4.
Okay.
So I didn't take any.
And did you take any, Johnny?
I didn't, but my life total was down 5, so I don't know.
Okay. Well, if your
And I
life if your life total was down 5, then heal the 5.
Yeah.
Heal 2, Emerus, and then heal 4. That way, everyone's got a little bit of sleep. Start. And holy balls! Wow. You know, I didn't think we could survive a fight like this until Corin. Is that funny? Is that funny?
Oh boy.
Oh.
So rats.
Well, good news is, I'm staring at the other end of level 9. So that's cool. 'Cause, holy shit. Whew. Well, that sounds like a pretty good place to stop. All right. We will see all of you all next week. And look forward to this nonsense when we...
For glorious combat.
Glorious combat. It is going to be the most intense combat session that we've had to date. Be a true test of our skills. But will we pull through? See everybody.